Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here, and it's fantastic to have you all here. I know markets are making you nervous all over from the level of 25,361 back to 24,728 gain level. It has done a complete journey to the moon and back. एक song था Savage Garden का during our times, if you remember that. There was a song to the moon and back. I'm not sure how many of you have been listening to it. I was in college during those days. And Nifty is behaving like that. Nifty is behaving very clearly to the moon and back. It has gone all the way towards 25,361 and it looked like a third wave with a strong up move. The overall breadth was good. Overall, the technical parameters were good, gave a good breakout. And everything looked to be in sync. And then it reversed from Monday onwards. It got triggered off with the Trump levying tariffs and with the H-1B visa on the IT stocks, it triggered with that. Nifty opened gap down, pullback दिया, gap close किया, it was good. 25,360 was the level. It went until 25,330. 25,360 के level को break नहीं किया, and from there it reversed back on the downside. That's one. Next, there was again a tariff of 100%, which announced yesterday. Then there is a additional tariff on the kitchen equipment, so the stocks crashed. Lots happening around. So the world is entered from a open economy of trading into a protective economy or protectionism, which is resulting into a new era, and that's the market trying to find out the fair value. बहुत सारी चीज हो रही है. And 25,360 was on Monday when I talked about I. So I'm talking about 25,360 Ravi, 24,728 abhi hai, which is the gain level. So 25,360 ka level break nahi kiya is what I'm saying. Now, overall, what's going to happen from here on, and what's about the 23rd September का जो हमारा cycle date था, उसका क्या मतलब what's happening from the technical perspective. जो चीज हमारे हाथ में उसके ऊपर स्टडी करेंगे, चार्ट्स पे देखेंगे. जो चीज हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, which is what's going on inside the mind of the POTUS, we do not know and we don't want to get that. So let's just look on the charts, try and understand, is the bull market and mother of the bull market is still intact, or is it in danger, or the trend reversed? करना क्या है यहाँ से? Let's just move forward from here on, and people who are there on YouTube, they can join me on the Zoom platform. I'm just going to share across the link very quickly with you all. And साथ ही में यहाँ पर लिंक शेयर नहीं किया, मैं कर रहा हूँ. डायरेक्टर साहब, प्लीज someone has to be there on the on the YouTube, and they have to share the link. They have to also ensure to share across a WhatsApp community. So before I move on, just WhatsApp community फटाफट share कर दीजिए सभी के साथ में, and they can join the WhatsApp community link because then they can get updates about markets. I'm just sharing that across very quickly with the WhatsApp QR code, and just give me a thumbs up once you join there, and just ensure the it's not full. Let me just share across my link here. Okay, so that's the link, and I just want to check, are you guys doing well? देखो दोस्तों, मार्केट ऊपर जाए या नीचे जाए, व्यू रॉन्ग हो सकता है. नथिंग इज 100%. स्टॉप लॉस के साथ काम करना है, रिस्क समझना, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट यू हैव टू बी जॉयफुल, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर joyful, the decision making ability is always good. Shubham Agrawal, glad to see you. I'm seeing you after a long time. Sandipan, fantastic to see you again. So 800 points का जो मूवमेंट था वो आया रैली में, फिजल आउट होके वापस 800 पॉइंट नीचे आ गया. फिलहाल तो वैसा हुआ है. सो विल हैव टू लुक एट इट विद अ फ्रेश आई, कंप्लीटली अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि क्या हो रहा है, एंड देन वी विल do it. Salili Singh luckily made a lot of profit for starting the proper mentorship. Glad to know. तो ये मैं आप लोगों ने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर लिया तो एक थम्स अप दे दीजिए मुझे, एंड आई एम जस्ट स्टॉपिंग द स्क्रीन शेयर. एंड यहाँ पर लेट मी नाउ share across my chart. I'm going to open up my trading view. We will be looking at chart. We'll look at from weekly, what's the overall perspective. We look at daily. We look at from the why, again back to the scalping mode from the positional. And अगर आप 3-4 दिन से फॉलो करें ट्विटर पे बाय एनी चांस, guys, are you there on Twitter? 3-4 days I've been talking about, since Monday 360 ब्रेक नहीं हुआ तभी से मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि there is some kind of short term correction which markets can come down. Short term is what I was looking at. This is deeper than that right now. So we might have to relook at that. But short-term correction, scalping on the downside worked out fantastic. From 25,050, when it broke, got a move down. Again, when it broke, got a move down. So we have been doing a scalping trade. And I think that scalping has been working. Just give me a on the chat जो लोग एक्टिव है एक बार बता दीजिए कि जो स्कैल्पिंग हम लास्ट 3 दिन से कर रहे हैं ऑन द सेल साइड is it working for you all? And please, as I mentioned, maintain your stop losses. I can go wrong. So that is very, very important. I'm just sharing across my screen. And यहाँ पर पूरे वीक प्रॉफिट हुआ है. प्रसन्न कह रहे फैंटास्टिक, ग्लैड टू नो दैट. एंड गौरव जिन, लवली. यहाँ पर okay, lovely to see that all time frame. Absolutely. I can see Mahesh has mentioned, sir, every day following your tweet and making money. चलिए, मतलब आपके लिए काम कर रहा है. यहाँ पर तो अभी यहाँ let me, are you able to see the screen here? Everyone is able to see this chart? Overall? Done है. ठीक है. Now what we are seeing here is the overall correction that we are seeing on the market right now is this is the weekly time frame chart. So please understand, मैंने ये पहले भी कहा था और अभी भी कह रहा हूं. Overall, when we look at a weekly time frame chart, market very clearly on simple Dow theory technique, simplest Dow theory technique, went up, came down, protected the prior low, and went up again, which means it formed a high above prior high. Low is above prior low on the weekly time frame. Chart दिख रहा है आप लोगों को? Let me just reshare it across very quickly. Okay, are you able to see the chart here now? Every one of you? Okay, awesome. तो ये वीकली टाइम फ्रेम है, वीकली साइकिल्स के साथ में, एंड वीकली नियोवेव काउंट है. When you're looking at this trend on the weekly time frame, I'm just asking you, overall, when you're looking at the overall market trend, is this what trend? I'm asking weekly from the bottom left corner to the top right corner. What is the trend? From a weekly perspective, from 2 years perspective, 3 years perspective, what is the trend? The trend is up. I'm not saying it, आप खुद ही बोल रहे. So can I say on the weekly time frame perspective, when we talk about a bull market, when we talk about bull markets, what is the time frame when we are talking about these trends? What is the time frame when we are referring to these bull markets? आपको क्या लगता है कौन सा टाइम फ्रेम होगा वो? Is it weekly trend from a 2 years perspective, 3 years perspective? Do you agree with me? Now, from that weekly perspective, do you think, can I say this can be a short-term correction? From a weekly perspective, from a 2-3 years perspective, can I say that this can be the correction that you are seeing here? Can be a short-term correction in this bigger up move? Okay, are you with me? If this is a short-term correction in this bigger up move, can I say the bull market which I am talking about is still intact? Now, this bull market that we or I am talking about, not everyone is buying this story, it's okay. Can I say that will be challenged if Nifty breaks this trend line, which is the lower trend line here, lower trend line support here, lower trend line support here, and this was a whipsaw where the tariff was announced, it went here and completed here. So can I say if Nifty breaks 23,900 on the downside, 23,900 अगर नीचे ब्रेक हो जाएगा, so can I say then it will be in danger कि भाई इतना बड़ा जो इतने सालों का ट्रेंड था, I'm not talking from a trading perspective, I'm talking from understanding the bull market perspective कि भाई इतने सालों का जो ट्रेंड था वो ट्रेंड रिवर्स हो रहा है और वो ट्रेंड यहाँ पर 23,900 के नीचे क्वेश्चन मार्क आ गया. That is how we are looking at right now. All the way prices came up, completed wave A looks like that. We are still in wave B of a E. Wave E जो है, that is wave E of a diametric pattern here. When I'm looking at this wave E still has a long way to go. Wave E usually mimics wave C. So C wave अगर आप देखोगे, see the simplest way to understand, ये सबसे easy तरीका समझने का क्या है? सिंपलेस्ट वे अगर आप देखोगे, ये पूरा अप मूव आया था एंड देन इट वाज ऑलमोस्ट 8-9 months ऑफ करेक्शन विच लास्टेड ऑल द वे हियर. This up move आने के बाद में it is almost a lot of time that has taken. So if I have to measure the correction, how much time it take in terms of the number of weeks from here until here, it took around 15 consecutive week for correction. That too on the price wise. Okay. From here, if I am looking at this, the correction that you see here is still 12 candles right now. I'm not saying it will go to 15 candles. I'm just saying that ये जब अपमूव शुरू हुआ था उस वक्त भी 15 वीक का वेव बी बना था यहाँ पे. राइट नाउ वी आर स्टिल इन वेव बी विच इज सिमिलर टू दिस वन एंड वी आर इन 12 वीक राइट नाउ. तो मतलब अभी भी द ओवरऑल सिनेरियो फ्रॉम एन इन्वेस्टमेंट पर्सपेक्टिव इज स्टिल पॉजिटिव. देर इज नो चेंज. But keep in mind, just before I move on to the daily time frame chart, I wanted to share across a disclosure. Please keep this in mind, the disclaimer: investment in securities are subject to market risk, and you have to ensure you maintain a stop loss. ये disclosure है. We are SEBI registered research analyst. Whatever we are doing right now is purely from educational and learning perspective. Okay, let's go back to chart. Okay. Now this is a weekly time frame. Everyone, is it clear on the weekly time frame? Now shall we go on the daily time? So if I look at, so I'm just going to do that. Nifty weekly time frame shows that the prior leg of correction, okay, prior leg of correction, which was in February 2023. In February 2023 took 15 weeks of move retracing wave A. Currently, we are in 12 weeks of correction already. 12 हफ्ते हो चुके हैं. In okay, correct. We are already in 12 weeks of correction as of now. Okay, short-term pressure, but long-term trend is still intact. ये आपको ध्यान रखना, एवरी वन ऑफ यू. सो अभी इसके ऊपर ट्रेड नहीं ले सकते. सो आई कीप टेलिंग माय मेंटीज आल्सो, यू कैन नॉट टेक अ ट्रेड ऑन दिस चार्ट. दिस इज अ लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव कि भाई हो क्या. फॉर टेकिंग अ ट्रेड, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द वीकली कैंडल, शैल वी. नाउ इफ आई जूम इन दिस चार्ट, कैन आई से द वीकली कैंडल इज बेरिश? No question asked. Can I say the weekly candle is bearish? The high is below prior high, low is below prior low, and it has moved down. So the weekly candle is bearish, which means short-term trend sell side पे weekly का, which was until buy side on 15th तक buy में था. लास्ट वाला जो वीक था 15 नहीं, लास्ट वाले वीक तक बाय में था. सैटरडे संडे को लूनार साइकिल आया, अमावस्या. अमावस्या से साइकिल हमेशा सेल साइड पे होता है. वैसा हमने पास्ट में देखा था. वी वांटेड मंडे टू बी अ बायर्स डे फॉर द साइकिल टू रिवर्स अप. Monday still continued to be a lunar cycle, which continued with a sell-off on Amavasya. So the trend has continued with buying on Purnima and selling on Amavasya. So the lunar cycle is still intact. First thing. Next, if I go to the daily time frame chart. Now let's go on the daily time frame chart. When I'm looking at the daily time frame chart, ये वाले कैंडल को खाली एक पॉइंट के कारण नीचे बंद हुआ था, तो कंफर्मेशन नहीं था. सो 19 सितंबर was a bearish candle, but with only one point. So it was not a good confirmation. But Monday को 22nd September, can I say it was a very clear decisive confirmation that यार short term trend में prices नीचे आ चुका है. And we have to see a breakout about 25,360. वो 360 ब्रेक नहीं हुआ. किन किन लोगों को 25,360 का लेवल याद है? एक बार चैट पे लिखना, so that I know that you remember that 25,360 लेवल. वो ब्रेक नहीं हुआ. ओके, प्रवीण, विकास, सलील, मंगेश, रामोतार, भवानी राम, मुकेश, ठीक है, वो ब्रेक नहीं हुआ. फ्रॉम देयर एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या थी मेरी? आई एम गोइंग टू बी वेरी अपफ्रंट विथ यू. एक्सपेक्टेशन थी दैट 25,050 के आसपास रुकना चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस इज द नेकलाइन. कैन यू सी दिस नेकलाइन? आर यू विथ मी? द डबल बॉटम बना, उसका नेकलाइन है. 25,050 पे रुकना चाहिए प्राइस इसको. लेकिन कंफर्मेशन मुझे प्राइस एक्शन से चाहिए कि रिवर्स हो रहा. 25,050 पे आया, it did not give a reversal and continued within the downward neckline. So can I say that this pattern, which is of double bottom pattern, has failed? The double bottom pattern, यहां पर लो बना, यहां पर लो बना, breakout दिया, and this was the neckline where it should have retested and reversed. अब हुआ क्या? This coincided along with, you all know, with the H1B visa, which was here, and then it didn't stop. Ideally it should have, and it reversed back within the pattern, which means this double bottom pattern breakout has failed. Ideally, now when a pattern fails, remember that there are longs that are stuck, which has to rush out, and there are fresh shorts which get created. दोनों रीजन के कारण सेल ऑफ इंटेंसिफाई हो जाता, एंड वी कैन क्लियरली सी दैट. ओके, क्लियरली सी दैट कि एक तो पैटर्न फेल हुआ तो यहां पर स्टक हो गए, दूसरा पैटर्न फेल होने के बाद में जो फ्रेश शॉट्स क्रिएट हुआ, दैट इंटेंसिफाइड द डाउनसाइड थ्रस्ट, and that's what we are seeing as of now. Now, what is next, and what about 23rd of September? This cycle line, if you look at the past data of this zone, always remember there is going to be a zone. When we are talking about time, you have to first understand there is a zone of time. There is not just a specific date हमारे पास होती है, but we need to understand the zone. If I look at a past history, just past history, अभी स्क्रीन विजिबल नहीं है, अभी भी लोगों को स्क्रीन दिख रही है कि नहीं? कैन यू कंफर्म बैक टू मी प्लीज इफ यू आर एबल टू सी द स्क्रीन? एवरी वन ऑफ यू दिख रही है? सो यू माइट हैव टू रिफ्रेश अगर स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रही किसी को. ओके, नहीं दिख रही है, दैट्स वियर्ड. आई एम अगेन गोइंग टू रीशेयर इट अक्रॉस. I am reshared it. Now can you check if you are able to see it? गवर्नमेंट शुड टॉक विथ यूएस एंड सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. वो करेंगे जब करेंगे, हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हमें तो वो देखना है ना. See guys, one thing I'm going to tell you very upfront. We need to do things that are in our hand. जो हमारे हाथ में वो हम करेंगे. जो यूएस के हाथ में या जो हमारे गवर्नमेंट के हाथ में, वो कब करेंगे और क्या करेंगे वो हमें नहीं पता. So when we don't know what they are going to do and when they are going to do and how they are going to act, या overnight कुछ करते, that is the risk. Actually, that is the risk. And we need to manage that risk. We need to maintain that stop loss. We need to ensure that when it does not go in the favor, we get out. That is what we can do. That is the only thing we can do. Okay, that is very clear. So what we need to understand now from here is, overall, let us look at this cycle. And I want to tell you, do you think it is working or not? Okay, I'm going to ask you. I'm just showing you this much of data right now. And I want to tell you, you are in the zone. ये जो आप zone देख रहे हो यहाँ पे, when you're looking at this zone of cycle, which is a 55 period का zone, do you know this crash? Do you remember 2024 का crash? इलेक्शन वक्त 2024 का क्रैश हुआ था मार्केट में, इलेक्शन के दिन पे, काउंटिंग के दिन पे, एंड मार्केट फॉर्म द लो. कैन आई से विद इन द जोन? So can I say, despite of the crash, then Nifty recovered, price action confirmed here at this level strongly and positive. It worked. Okay, lovely. Can you see this cycle exactly on the 55 day? Can I say it worked? Guys, yes or no? You have to tell me yes or no. I'm just checking. Did it work? Yes? Okay. Over here, can I say it formed a minor low here, broke the low, and then it was little delayed. तो मतलब रेड साइकिल के थोड़ा डिले हो गया, एक्स्ट्रा डिले हो गया, लेकिन ठीक है, उसके बाद लो बना एंड रिवर्स हुआ. कैन आई से इट वर्कड? ठीक है. At this point of time, can I say the market formed a low here in the cycle zone? Is it okay? Can I give a tick mark here? Lovely. This was the Trump tariff first time announced when Nifty showed a very sharp crash on the weekly time frame. Can I give a tick mark here? Plus, it worked. Can I say this time it did not work? मतलब पहले ही लो बन गया. आइडियली अगर आप देखोगे, आइडियली लो पहले बना एंड बाद में हाई नहीं निकलना चाहिए. सो इन साइकिल वेज इट वर्क, बट आई स्टिल से डिडंट वर्क क्योंकि यहां पर कुछ लो नहीं बना, यहां से पुल बैक नहीं आया. सो देयर वाज नो साइकिल ट्रेड हियर एज सच, दैट डिड नॉट वर्क. Which means if I'm taking at a sample of data from 2024 onwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data points. अगर मैं 6 डेटा पॉइंट्स ले रहा हूं, 6 डेटा पॉइंट्स में से कैन आई से 1 is what it didn't work? So can we still continue to believe that the cycle should work? Are you with me? Can I still say that the cycle should work? Ideally, because 6 बार में से if you check it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it worked. Once it did not work, which was the recent past. So now can I say we are still in that phase of data? We are still in that phase of data. So the probability of probability is approximately 80%. Do you agree with me, every one of you? Guys who are there on YouTube, I want you to confirm back to me. Do you agree with me or not? And link यहाँ पर मैं share कर रहा हूँ. You can join on the Zoom also. So यहाँ पर just give me a second. So we are in that zone. So always remember when you are a cycle practitioner, ठीक है? पहली चीज, a cycle practitioner should understand it's can be the exact date, like on this occasion, which was an exact date. It can be delayed by 1 day, like this occasion. It can be early by 2-3 days, like here, or it can be within this zone. So the zone is still there. 7th October is the final date, final deadline. अगर हम 7th October तक भी पॉजिटिव प्राइस एक्शन नहीं देंगे तो मतलब ट्रेंड वीक है. और अगर 7th October तक पॉजिटिव प्राइस एक्शन आता है, विच मीन्स व्हाट इज पॉजिटिव प्राइस एक्शन? 3 कैंडलस्टिक रूल के हिसाब से, इफ वी हैव अ हाई अबव प्रायर डे हाई, लो अबव प्रायर डे लो एंड क्लोज अबव प्रायर डे हाई, I can say that the trend can possibly change back on the upside. So as per the time cycle, we are still in that zone. But दो चीज याद रखनी है हमें. भाव भगवान छे, समय बलवान छे, which means price action is God and time has to be followed. Now the time zone सही है, but price action here, when you are buying in this market, can I say you are buying two things? What two things are you buying? When you're buying or selling, what are the two things that you are buying or selling? When you're doing that, I'm asking you all. You are buying and selling price and time. Every one of you. You're buying and selling price and time. Now, the time looks to be correct. We are still in that zone until 7th October. So the time ideal was 23rd, but zone है 23rd पे positive price action नहीं मिला. We are in the zone. What we need is a positive price action in this zone so that we can say there is a possibility of a pullback or an upward move to start again. Now that has to be looked at over here. And if that happens, confirmation हमें strong मिल जाए. That is what we are seeing here. So if I'm looking at this overall chart, Nifty is within the 55 days of time cycle zone, and the last date of it is 7th of October 2025. If we see a close above prior high, if we see there will be price time reversal. Until then, avoid buying. ठीक है, यहां पर price time reversal, and until then you have to avoid possibly buying unless we get a price and time confirmation. That's on the daily time frame chart. Any confusion? क्योंकि बहुत सारे जनों के कमेंट आए थे कि सर whether the mother of the bull market is intact or not. I've clarified that. Whether the time cycle of 23rd September is working or not, I've clarified that. If you have doubt, then ask me now. ट्वीट पे होता क्या, मैं 3 लाइन लिख सकता हूं और उसके ऊपर मैं आपको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करूं. सो आई थॉट आज मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूं व्हाट इज द थॉट प्रोसेस. around this thing. Does it make sense? Any doubt on this thing? I'm asking everyone. I'm asking all the Brahmastra participants also who are here with me, and Trishul and Kal Chakra participants, because Kal Chakra वाले जो यहाँ पर है, and overall 13 weeks कौन सा बात बोल रहे हैं? Is how the last cycle fails. Yes, so this cycle did not work. This one did not work. This is how it behaved. यहाँ लो नहीं बना. Let's see how this one will be. प्रीवियस डे हाई ब्रेक होके क्लोज होगा. क्लोज चाहिए मुझे, खाली हाई ब्रेक नहीं चाहिए, मुझे क्लोज चाहिए. प्रीवियस डे हाई के ऊपर अगर क्लोज होगा, देन आई कैन से दैट देयर इज अ पॉजिटिव रिवर्सल. ट्वीट मैसेजेस आर वेरी हेल्पफुल. ग्लैड टू नो. ओके, एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच. आई एम नाउ गोइंग ऑन अ 1 hour. अभी तक हमने ट्रिगर कहाँ करना है वो देखा नहीं है. सो ट्रिगर कहाँ करना है. और दूसरी चीज, हाँ एक और चीज है, ये लेफ्ट शोल्डर था जो हमने देखा था, ये राइट शोल्डर था, और ये नेकलाइन था हेड एंड शोल्डर पैटर्न का. अभी चैलेंज क्या हुआ, इसने राइट शोल्डर को बहुत अच्छे से निकाल के ऑलमोस्ट टुवर्ड द हेड आ गया. अब ये हेड एंड शोल्डर पैटर्न भी अच्छा वाला नहीं है, ना ही डबल बॉटम पैटर्न का ब्रेकआउट वर्क हुआ है. सो फिलहाल के लिए मार्केट जो मूवमेंट कर रहा है इस जोन के अंदर, ये पूरा क्लटर्ड जोन है जहां पैटर्न्स को रिस्पेक्ट नहीं कर रहा. वी कैन क्लियरली सी दैट पैटर्न को रिस्पेक्ट नहीं है. सो वील गो ऑन 1 hour टाइम फ्रेम चार्ट नाउ, एंड to see this what's happening around. What we are seeing overall that has happened is this movement. These are all the wave counts done from the chart that you can clearly see, all of you. Are you able to see this chart? The hourly chart. Now we completed wave A, we completed wave B here, we completed C here, and D. किसी ने लिखा है the clutter is like Trump's brain. I don't want to comment on that. Let's focus on chart, what's happening, because we can't focus on his brain, what's going on. So we'll have to focus on the chart. So we have completed wave A here, completed B here. The upside move was wave C. And we need to see, यहाँ पर C mark करेंगे. After we complete wave C here. ठीक है? Now, and यहाँ पर, so once we complete C wave, this fall, okay, can be wave D, can be wave D. However, it should not break 24,400 levels. If it breaks 24,400 levels, then there will be a major problem, because then this rise can get retraced in faster time. Are there Trishul participants here, Neo Wave participants? आप सिंपल तरीके से जबरदस्त बताते हो, थैंक यू. So can I say, how do I know a trend is reversed? For me to know that the trend is reversed, I need to see a faster retracement of this up move. Okay. So I need to measure how much time this up move has taken from the date range. So from this point onwards, this much time is the up move taken, which is 20 days or 99 1 hour candle. Which, and so far, how much time have we taken? Which means we have taken approximately or exactly 43 candles, only 8 days. Prices should in no condition break below the low of 24,400 in next 12 trading sessions. If price is in next 12 trading sessions breaks, अभी जो स्पीड से जा रहा है वो तो ऐसे लगता है कल ही ब्रेक हो जाए, because the speed with which it is falling, but you never know, भाव भगवान छे, price is God, we don't know. If it does not break, which means this is going to be D wave. If it retraces faster, it's going to open up the pattern that we have already written off, again possibly active. Now that's a trick. That's a tricky part. क्योंकि जो पैटर्न यहां से नीचे शुरू होने वाला था, वो पैटर्न ने स्विंग हाई निकाला, डबल बॉटम का नेकलाइन ब्रेक किया, उसको फॉल्स किया, और फिर जाके नीचे ब्रेक कर रहा है यार। तो ऐसे में कोई भी क्या कर सकता है? मतलब making money in this market is not going to be easy. You have to, that's why, maintain stop loss. You have to understand the risk, and then only you have to trade as per the levels. जब तक वो क्लैरिटी नहीं है, स्कैल्प करो, और स्कैल्पिंग से यहां पर ट्रेड करो। Am I making sense? So for me, the very key level to look at, and also the zero B trend line, fantastic Ramotar. Really love that you have learned it to the core. This is my zero B trend line. So this level support is also at 24,500. तो अगर 24,500 ब्रीच होता है, 24,400, ये लेवल कौन सा है? 24,400 ब्रीच होता है, एंड इट ब्रीचेस इन लेस देन 12 डेज, 12 दिन तो बहुत हो गए। तो we will know the major trend, major as in short term, still short term. So please do not confuse it with the weekly trend. Still over short term is what I'm saying. Am I making sense? So right now, stock specific call or put options are better choice now. Absolutely, Sandeepa. बिल्कुल। 15 मिनट चार्ट अभी नहीं, कल देखे आप लोग? हो क्या कल अवेलेबल? कौन कौन है अवेलेबल फॉर अ मास्टर क्लास एट 11 AM? लूनार साइकिल को फिर से रिफ्रेश करेंगे, प्राइस एक्शन को फिर से रिफ्रेश करेंगे, गैन लेवल देखेंगे, एलियट वेव का बड़ा वाला चार्ट देखते हैं कि क्या हो रहा है। लिंक शेयर करेंगे डायरेक्टर साहब सभी के साथ में, इफ दे आर अवेलेबल टुमारो फॉर 11 AM। एंड ऑलवेज देयर पंकज, उमर, रात, क्योंकि लास्ट सैटरडे को बहुत सारे जन एंटर नहीं कर पाए थे, हम फुल हो गए थे। जूम पे एक्सक्लूसिवली हो रहा था मास्टर क्लास हमारा, तो वेबिनार की लिंक मैं शेयर कर देता हूँ यहाँ पे आप लोगों के साथ में। वेबिनार की लिंक शेयर करनी है प्लीज, यहां पर मैं वेबिनार की लिंक शेयर कर रहा हूं। जस्ट अ सेकेंड, ये रही लिंक। यू कैन सिंपली, ओके, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू कॉपी इट। दैट्स द लिंक। ओके, वंस यू रजिस्टर ऑन द लिंक यू विल गेट अ जूम का ईमेल। सो आपका ईमेल चेक करना भूलना नहीं। एंड डायरेक्टर साहब जस्ट चेक कर लीजिए, लिंक चल रहा है ना? ओके, एक्सक्लूसिव मत किया करो, बाद में आप नहीं देख पाते हो। सो why don't I reply? Reply to what? Please understand, Lokesh. Right now, it's a free webinar I am doing. There are thousands of participants on YouTube and Zoom combined together. So I am not able to reply to every one of you. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Fantastic. Every one of you. Any questions, please? यहाँ पर just give me a second. Uh, okay, there are. I love to hear me. Thank you very much. एक्सए यूएसडी पे गोल्ड के ऊपर कल बात करते हैं। पुल एज यू डू इट एवरी टाइम। एक इंडिकेटर ऑन एक्सए यूएसडी इज वर्किंग फैंटास्टिक। अगर आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो तो इट इज डेफिनेटली। एंड पीपल हु आर देयर ऑन यूट्यूब, अगर ये पसंद आ रहा है तो डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू पुट योर कमेंट्स डाउन देयर, लाइक द चैनल, एंड एक हार्ट दे दीजिए। यूट्यूब पे है वो हार्ट का ऑप्शन, अगर आप हार्ट पे क्लिक करेंगे, सो आई नो दैट यू आर liking this channel. So I'm going to be there. So I'm going to be live on 27th September at 11, and you have to be there with me for this masterclass. We are again going to revisit the entire lunar cycle concept, and I'm going to see that. फार्मा के बारे में मास्टर क्लास में कल आइए ना, देखते हैं, अगर मौका मिला तो बात करेंगे। देर आर मेनी हार्ट्स फ्लाइंग ऑन द यूट्यूब, आई कैन सी दैट। लवली, सो विच मीन्स आप लोगों को ये पसंद आ रहा है। ऑल्सो गाइज, वन मोर थिंग, I just want to be saying that I can go wrong. You have to ensure to maintain your stop losses. You have to ensure to have your own method. Empower करो यार खुद को, क्योंकि क्या है, मैं बायस्ड हो सकता हूँ, मेरा व्यू बायस्ड हो सकता है। आप चार्ट खुद चेक करिए, खुद लेवल्स देखिए। मैं ट्वीट तो कर ही रहा हूँ लास्ट 3 दिन से कि सेल साइड पे है मार्केट, लेकिन होता क्या है ना, मदर ऑफ बुल मार्केट अगर कहा तो लोगों को लगता है यहीं से 2000 पॉइंट निफ्टी रैली होगा। प्लीज डोंट डू दैट, इट्स योर हार्ड अर्न मनी। ट्राई टू मेंटेन दैट स्टॉप लॉस एंड ट्राई टू एग्जिट व्हेन इट इज नॉट वर्किंग। तो ट्वीट गजब होता है। थैंक यू वेरी मच। त्रिशूल हमारा होगा, आई माइल, डायरेक्टर साहब लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए फॉर द मेंटरशिप ऑफर पेज फॉर मेनी ऑफ देम हु वांट्स टू गेट त्रिशूल, वो पेज पे त्रिशूल के बारे में भी मेंशन किया हुआ है, एंड आई एम आल्सो गोइंग just share it across with every one of them. Okay. Also, one more thing. Do you want to see Bank Nifty also, guys? Bank Nifty देखना है? यहाँ पर बैंक निफ्टी के बारे में देखना है आप लोगों को. ओके, I'll just show you Bank Nifty also. If you're looking at Bank Nifty, overall on the daily time frame of Bank Nifty, we are on the daily time frame chart. Bank Nifty has been on a classic low formed on Bank Nifty, और यहाँ पर लो बना Bank Nifty का precisely like we were expecting on the time cycle, precisely on the time cycle, and went up. This was the wave D, and right now this looks to be an extracting triangle pattern. Guys, do you want to know what is extracting triangle pattern? या वो कम हम नेक्स्ट टाइम करते हैं. एक्सट्रैक्टिंग ट्रायंगल पैटर्न होता है, फिलहाल लग रहा है हुआ नहीं है कंप्लीशन, सो वी वांट टू सी देयर इज एन एक्सट्रैक्टिंग ट्रायंगल पैटर्न which is possibly like an inverted head and shoulder with wave E should be smaller than C, C should be smaller than A. So जो wave E है that should be ये E है should become smaller than C, C should become smaller than A, and D should be bigger than B. So it looks like an extracting triangle. Extracting मतलब prices are moving from the from the strength is moving from the downside to the upside. So it is extracting that power. That's why it's called an extracting triangle. So it went down, went up, went down, यहाँ पर all the way. So ये leg छोटा होता है, ये leg बड़ा होता है, and that's how it forms usually. This is extracting triangle like an inverted head and shoulder pattern, and from here we see this wave E is smaller than C, which is smaller than A, and D is bigger than B wave. D is bigger than B wave. So जो बैंक निफ्टी पे पैटर्न बन रहा है, it looks like extracting triangle, but we'll have to wait and watch. We'll have to wait and watch to see this E should end. Unless E ends, we will not know कि ये E end हुआ है कि नहीं, क्योंकि फिलहाल मोमेंटम बढ़ा है, आज की कैंडल बढ़ी है, सेल में है, मोर देन 500 पॉइंट्स का सेल ऑफ है, एंड सो do not try to catch a top, do not try to catch a low here rather right now, and we have to get a reversal back above 54,800. तब समझेगा कि भाई ठीक है, पॉज हो रहा है. और ऐसे सिनेरियो में अगर ट्रेंड मिस भी हुआ है, डरना नहीं है, सिंपल ऊपर जाके कॉल राइट करो, दूर का स्ट्राइक लो, कीप राइटिंग कॉल. नाउ that's the beauty of options. If you know how to trade options, you should be able to now get it very well how it works. So this is forming an extracting triangle and it works. And दोस्तों शायद नेक्स्ट वीक में मैं ये वेबिनार ना करूं या शायद ट्वीट ना करूं, because I don't want people to actually not follow the rules, and then they do it doesn't work for them, and I am trying to educate everyone, and then I'm trying to make them understand how it has to be done. लेकिन अगर उसके कारण लॉस हो रहा है, so I don't want to do that, so I might refrain from tweeting or doing a video next week. So just because if it doesn't work, I don't want to do it for people. I'm doing it. I'm a trader, passionate trader by heart. I trade, I share what I see, and I can go wrong. But if it doesn't work, then I don't want people to go wrong. So for all of those who think that way. तो ये था दोस्तों. ओके, यू शुड कंटिन्यू टू गाइड. ठीक है, चलेगा. अगर आप लोगों को लग रहा है कि ये हम करते रहे, these Friday I'm making it little more educational so that you understand with the application. ठीक है, not a problem. So I'll continue to do that. It should be continued. Fantastic. ठीक है, ठीक है. So we'll do it for every one of you who are here excited. And और एक और चीज दोस्तों, I'm just taking a very quick poll for Trishul participants who wants to be a part of Trishul or who wants to be a part of Brahmastra. वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद ब्रह्मास्त्र, हमारा प्री सेशन एक हुआ है एंड हमने वीडियोस दिए जो ब्रह्मास्त्र पार्टिसिपेंट्स गो थ्रू कर रहे हैं. वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद द प्रीमियम कम्युनिटी ऑलरेडी and that community people have started posting across, so you can also be a part of ब्रह्मास्त्र. डायरेक्टर साहब फिर से कल के मास्टर क्लास का लिंक शेयर करिए सभी के साथ में, मिस आउट ना हो जाए. यूट्यूब पे भी डालिए और यहाँ पे भी डालिए. एट 11 AM देयर इज अ मास्टर क्लास एंड यू इंश्योर यू आर देयर. वेव्स तो राइट ही है, वेव्स में तो प्रॉब्लम हुआ ही नहीं है. दी एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग द वे आई एम थिंकिंग, द वे इट्स देयर. द ओनली catch is I get out when with a stop loss if I go wrong. But the people do not get out with a stop loss. They have no stop loss, and this way it will never work. If you do not maintain a stop loss and you do not get out when it's not the trend that you expected, then it will not work. So that is very, very, very important. सिद्धार्थ आप प्लीज नंबर पे कॉल करिए. आई एम जस्ट ड्रॉपिंग अ नंबर. सो कॉल ऑन दिस नंबर एंड मेंटरशिप का लिंक सभी के साथ में शेयर कर दीजिए वापस से. सिद्धार्थ प्लीज कॉल ऑन दिस नंबर इफ यू हैव एनी इश्यू रिलेटेड टू द एक्सेस. Directly call on this number and my team is going to help you out. Sir, please talk about something on mentorship. Okay, I'll just share that again. On the mentorship, there is also, you can register with a 10K token. 10K token link भी share कर दीजिए. I'm just sharing the page where you can go and register yourself for the mentorship program. We still have registrations going on. Pre-session हो चुका है. I'm just telling you very clearly. And we have the session going to start from 5th October. The homework is already given, which everyone has started doing it, and everyone has started working on it. If you still want to connect, then you can be a part of it before you miss out. You can be a part of it. And Trishul will contain Elliott Wave, Neo Wave. It will contain about options. It will contain about looking at options data, seeing the way I'm explaining you things. You can also do that yourself. मेरी जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ेगी. If you learn this science of time cycles, if you learn the science of options, sutra waves, it will be lovely. What a webinar going to happen tomorrow? Yes, we are going to look at certain things. We are going to look at key levels, strategy for the coming week. Kal ki master class mein we are going to look all of those things. Your daily tweets are very helpful. Thanks, Vijay. You are sharing your views, which could be right or wrong, but ignoring stop loss is each one's own risk. Absolutely, that's what is very, very crucial. I completely agree with that. And 15 मिनट स्कैल्पिंग फिलहाल तो कर रहे हैं ना यार, क्योंकि बन रहा है 70-80 पॉइंट्स मिल रहे हैं निफ्टी में सेल साइड पे, तो क्यों ना करें. So that way. And overall, please continue to guide us. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for every one of you who is looking forward to learning these price lists. So please continue. बलबीर बिल्कुल शॉर्ट वीडियोस भी कंटिन्यू करें. ठीक है दोस्तों, करेंगे कंटिन्यू आप लोगों के लिए. I'm going to do that. And the link is in front of you, everyone who wants to be a part of it. Lovely guys, poll is ongoing. I'm stopping the screen share. Love talking to you all. I'm again repeating, whatever you are doing, make your view, maintain a stop loss. Things can go wrong, but you have to understand that's how the market is. Risk है and stop loss के साथ use करना है. What I share is my personal view, and I love talking to you all. I'm a passionate trader. I've been trading options, and I've been taking positions on options by selling options aggressively. And I buy options when my indicators get in sync, the time, the price, the AK indicator get in sync. Then I start buying options. That I do those things, and I tweet it across. Whatever I'm doing, I tweet it and I share it with all of you. It works for me, so it should work for you if you are disciplined. That's what I want to say. आप हमारी जान है, ऐसा मत बोलिए, घर वाले क्या बोलेंगे. तो चलिए आज के लिए इतना ही दोस्तों. क्योंकि क्या है, जाने दीजिए, कल बात करेंगे दोस्तों. 11 बजे विल मीट टुमारो एट 11 AM. विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल, मच डिटेल. And it's going to be lovely master class. It's going to be different. We are going to look at short term 15 minutes time cycle कि वो buy side से sell side पे आ गया है, तो कैसे उसे ट्रेड करें. We are going to do everything. Thank you. Have a wonderful time and become a wonderful trader. Ashish Kyal signing off. Thank you very much.